Hello. My mind just went blank, but I'm doing a interview for my human dynamic class, and I know what I'm doing is not what you asked for, Miss Lewis. I'm so sorry. But I got an idea for my project, and I really want to do it, so it's gonna take a little while longer. Okay, I think you'll enjoy it. I'm doing an interview with my older sister, my mom, and my grandma. Just a generations of women in my family, so they will all have different stories and different answers for my questions. I hope you enjoy. You can't see, but my cat. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. And there might be tears. I'm filming this part before I go visit my sister in a few minutes. I love the women in my family. I love them. Okay, you can introduce yourself.
I am Faith, Isabel's oldest sister.
Okay, how old are you?
I almost said 19. Gosh, 21. I'm 21.
You're 21. I don't know if it stopped recording, but it's okay. First question is, do you recall any stories that have been passed down from, generation to generation?
I mean, I used to hear a lot that mom and then I think Fred and Grandma and Nate used to go on a boat somewhere.
Yeah.
In
Go
Eugene
fish.
or something like that, and fish and swim and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's one that I remember hearing quite a bit. That's one of the only ones.
Yeah.
And then Papa's Cabin.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we haven't really been told much. Well, much that Mom remembers or is worth remembering.
Yeah, she doesn't tell us very many stories.
She does not, for some reason.
I know stuff, but she doesn't tell us stories like that.
Yeah. I mean, there's always pictures, but it's never really the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, second question. Any major events or periods that had significant impact on our family's trajectory?
I mean, moving to Texas, moving to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Well, yeah. Moving from Oregon to Texas and then Texas to Arkansas,
it kind of changes just plans in general.
Yeah, just in general. Okay, third question is, do you think that being the oldest brings on some sort of responsibility?
For me, it did, because of our circumstances. I was told I didn't have to a lot, but the question, I feel a sense of responsibility just because we haven't had that many dependable people around. So I've had to kind of step in to kind of make sure we were safe and whatnot.
Yeah.
Taking on responsibilities
Yeah.
that I shouldn't have to. But, I mean, I like taking care of people
Yeah.
for most of my life, so I didn't really mind.
Yeah.
I think it affected me in some type of way.
Yeah. I mean, it affects anybody.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like something that is just like majorly bothering me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or, yeah.
It's not something that's like currently impacting you.
Mhm.
Yeah, 'cause especially me and you,
Mhm.
we have been. You had to take care of me for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't said thank you. And yes, thank you. Yeah, I remember, like, my earliest memories is just me and you
Yeah.
doing everything together.
Yep. I mean, we would go out a lot too,
Yeah.
like outside and
Mhm.
whatnot. But yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time it was me and you.
Yeah. Fourth question. Do you think that being raised by women changed the way you treat the world? Or view the world in general?
Partially.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether it's like in a good way or a bad way.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't really pinpoint it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the world is kind of poopy anyways.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, women do make it a lot better. There are some women that aren't the greatest,
Yeah.
but women
Mm-hmm.
bring life and all these other things. So partially, I appreciate it because, you know, it's appreciating myself and the people around me.
I think women are much more caring, much more
Yeah,
nurturing than men.
We also mature
A lot faster.
a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but some women are just
Yeah.
sad and they don't know themselves yet.
Yeah, it's sad. I think that it's a lot of it is just generational trauma.
Mm-hmm.
A woman being hurt and then that woman hurting her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that just sucks. Okay, last question. What do you have to say to the other older sisters of the world?
I guess don't be so hard on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel like you have to take care of everything when nothing's being taken care of.
Yeah.
Because it's not, at the end of the day, depending on how old you are, it's not necessarily your responsibility.
Mhm.
Because you're either still a child or you have other stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't be so hard on yourself and
Mm-hmm.
focus on yourself
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm.
I think it's good. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you for the interview.
Okay, bye. Hi. Just to intervene, I'm editing the first part of this video, and I have some of my mom's photo albums, and yeah, it made me cry. I mentioned something at the beginning of this video saying, oh, there might be tears. Yep, it's me who's crying. I'm crying. But yeah, it's just, yeah, seeing anybody like in their younger years or whatever, like people that are really close to me or me myself, it's it's just really hard for me because aging
while it's a beautiful thing, it scares me, really. And yeah, just seeing younger pictures of people and seeing their youth, it just makes me real sad. Maybe not sad, but just really nostalgic, maybe. Melancholic, maybe. Big words. Yeah, so I'm doing a tour of my mom's photo album. Yeah. Okay, bye. That's my mommy. She's so cute. That is the picture that made me cry. Literally. There's my mommy again on Christmas. More Christmas. It's her on Christmas again. It's her and my great grandpa. She's so pretty in the picture. I've always loved that picture. Birthdays. I don't know why I recorded this part. Oh, yeah, more birthdays. Oh, it's her and my grandma. She saw me. Oh, that part. My mom still to this day, oh my god, gives us 2 oranges for Christmas. Oh, there's my mommy again. My mommy and my grandma. I love that picture too. And that's her graduate.
Hello.
Hello, child.
Introduce yourself for the camera, please.
I am Amy Guilfoyle. I am Izzy's mother. I also have 3 other children, 2 girls and a boy. 21, 11 is the other one, and 13 is our son.
Yes. You didn't. You didn't have to introduce everybody.
What else? Okay.
Yeah.
My family.
Yeah. Do you recall any stories passed down from generation to generation?
Stories passed down. Ooh. No, I don't, not really. I mean, obviously there's stories of your grandpa, Dean, who, just goes full bore on everything and has been hurt multiple times. He's got multiple angels. I guess, well, and then another one would be, like, okay, so, Grandpa, your Grandpa G's dad, my Grandpa G, was, him and your Grandma G were both in the Navy. Your grandma was a nurse in the Navy. I can't remember what he was, but anyways, they met when they got out. He was a teacher and then became a principal, and a real jerkosaurus, as your papa says. So, obviously, anytime Papa would get in trouble, they knew who to call.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Papa is the black sheep. Yeah, many stories about him. There's been times he's gone off a cliff on a 4-wheeler and hit a branch like this with his face. There's where he fell from the sky in his ultralight. And one of his good friends actually saw him falling from the sky and went towards him. And when he got there, he was just walking away like nothing happened. He hit power lines and everything. So Not a whole lot. They got, when your grandma and Papa G got married, they actually ran away and got married in Tahoe
Oh.
and eloped.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the ones I
Yeah.
can think of at the moment.
I think I knew most of that. I knew everything about Papa.
Yeah.
I knew that your grandma and grandpa were in the Navy.
Yeah, your grandpa, great grandpa Stoughton, grandma's grandparents, he was in the Navy as well. I think he just worked on the ship. I can't remember what he did. Grandma Stoughton, I don't remember, but she taught me how to crochet, and she used to actually make like stuffed animal bears, but the ones that like where their arms and their legs and heads turn and
Yeah.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She made me a few of those that I wish I still had, but it was really cool. She did a lot of artsy stuff. Grandma G did a lot of gardening, which is obviously where we get it from. Grandma and everybody kind of trickles down because Grandpa does gardening too. That's about it I can think of.
Yeah.
What else?
Can you name an event that changed our family's trajectory?
Well, I'd say when your grandma and Grandpa G got divorced, definitely changed a whole lot of stuff. Grandma, of course, got married to Papa Fred, and we moved to Portland away from all of our family because all of our family was in one area pretty much. And so moved away from all my friends, my cousins, everything. We were really upset about that. So, I mean, that one event changed our lives drastically.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we would even be here if it didn't happen. We still might be in California.
Yeah. That's one small thing could change your entire life.
Yeah, and look at you. I mean, you have lived in 3 different states. Faith's lived in a few different states. I've lived in tons. So
Yeah. Name a moment when you know you had done a good job as a parent.
I think one of the times was when, I mean, there's many because you kids make me proud all the time, but there's one time I think that made me really proud when Maylee came home one day and had told me there was a new girl and she was really quiet and was sitting all by herself in the lunchroom and all that, and she ditched her friends and went and sat with her. So that like made my heart, because I teach you guys, you know, be that person. So that made my heart happy that you guys are, you know, I know you guys listen, but that made my heart really
Yeah, I remember her telling you that in the car. She was really proud of herself. I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
Next question is, do you ever regret having kids when you did? Because you had faith in college when you were going through college.
No, I had you when I was going through college.
Oh, well.
I already had faith.
Yeah.
So, I actually, I don't regret it by any means. I did wait till I was probably 22 or whatever. I think I was 21, about to turn 22 when I had faith. And I really don't. It's hard. I wish, you know, in some way, I don't regret it. I don't wish anything else. If I could, like I tell you guys, wait longer until you're more established, because it's not as easy as you think it is, and it's better to be established and have things going for you, and then bring a kid in rather than just doing it and not being stable. Because you guys have had it pretty rough with me, but you know, look at us now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
Yeah, I think it's to learn from example, because if you yourself aren't stable, then that kid's life isn't going to be stable. So yeah, I think once you're like able to be like, oh, I have a good job, I have a good house, I can actually be there to provide. I think that's really important.
Yeah, it is really important. And I mean, like, I tried to do it right after I had you. I said, okay, I need to better myself. I want to go to college. I graduated Dean's List with honors, had a 7-month-old baby, and a 4-year-old girl at that time, and was the only one working and going to college. And yeah, like I said, graduated Dean's List with honors, but never got a job in it. So that goes to show that even if you go to college for something, it may not pan out.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, look at me now. I'm doing something completely different than what I went to school for. And but thankful because it's got us here. So.
Yeah. It's just good to have that knowledge.
Yep.
The last question is, what would you say to all the mothers in the world?
Oh gosh. I would say, yes, it's hard. Yes, it can be extremely tough. But you just take it one step at a time and you can get through it. And I'm a believer in God, so I have faith that God will get me through it. He always does. And just keep pushing. Don't give up. Don't give up on your kids. I don't care what's going on. Just don't give up.
Yeah. That's good. Thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome.
Hi, Izzy.
Hey, Gramps.
How are ya?
I'm good. How are you? I finally got some time to call you. I've been so busy.
I wondered. I thought about it yesterday, and then I totally spaced it. Got busy.
Yeah. Everybody's been busy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm in the car,
Oh.
but no worries. I just dropped Papa off in the grocery store. Let me turn in here so I can chat
Okay.
while he's in there.
Okay.
Okay. So you have the video thing that you're doing. Is it on your just the history of your mom?
No, I'm doing it about just like generations of women in my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you have a laundry list of questions?
No, I think there's only like 5.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
it's not much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can fire away if you want to.
Okay. The first question is there any stories passed down from generation to generation that you remember?
Boy, that one I would have to think about.
Yeah.
I remember one that my dad would tell. I think maybe Grandpa did as well, about I don't know if it was a neighbor or who it was, but an Irishman, and he'd been drinking a lot and gotten up on the roof of the house. But he didn't realize as he got in drunk
Yeah.
that the back of the house, the roof was just a few feet off of the ground.
Yeah.
And when it got time to get down, he got off there and he was like, well, here comes Angus on his way to hell or something, as he let go of
Yeah.
the roof line. Thought he was going to die, but he didn't,
Well, that's
clearly.
good.
Kind of cute. I can't remember exactly how it went. But, yeah, stories. my dad told about living up in Saskatchewan, Canada.
Yeah.
Uncle Max was about 10 years older than Dad.
Mhm.
And so he remembers much more. His dad was young, but they lived in the prairie, and they lived in a very small house. You know, back then there wasn't any electricity, there wasn't any refrigeration, of
Yeah.
course.
No
all of
plumbing.
Hmm?
Said no plumbing.
No plumbing that I know of, but being on the prairie and being up there, the wind blows a lot.
Yeah.
And Uncle Max would say it could sound like a banshee
Oh.
in the wintertime at night as it howled around the house. The houses then were really small,
Mhm.
and there was one room downstairs and one room upstairs. So you can imagine when there's just something that's taller like that, 2-story,
Yeah.
very small, with the winds just blowing super hard across the prairie, how that might sound.
Yeah. That's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually wrote, he liked to write, he's very eloquent at speaking, but I have a paper that he wrote on how life was up there.
Mhm.
That is quite interesting to read.
No, I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The next question is there something that changed the trajectory of our family? So like a big change, something like that.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Mom said when you and Papa G divorced, I think that was what her answer was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that changed a lot for your mom.
Mhm.
So, but for me, I didn't have any of that happen in my life.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's
and
good.
we never moved. I mean, we were always there in Ukiah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's good.
yeah.
Yeah. The third question is, do you think the standards of raising a kid has changed since you were raising Mom?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. I think that with technology, and things are much easier now for kids
Mhm.
in some ways like that. The focus isn't as much on family anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the biggest change.
I agree with you. There's
Yeah.
I hate like seeing online parents just giving their kids iPads and that's their entertainment. That makes me I hate that aspect of it.
Yeah, I mean, even people, you see people constantly, you sit in a doctor's office, there's no conversation, everybody's looking at their phone.
Yeah.
Walking down the street or looking at their phone, they're not paying attention, they're not saying hello to one another.
Yeah.
You know, that's all gone. That sense of community, I think.
Mhm. I think Corona has impacted us, even if we don't realize it. Like,
Oh, yeah, it's been huge.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's because we hunkered down for so long and we didn't interact with with anybody, so it just brought this disconnection.
Yeah, I mean, I even see that with, like, my animals,
Mhm.
the cats. I couldn't show them. I couldn't have people come to the house to see the kittens. So the younger ones really didn't learn to be around people,
Yeah.
you know? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
that definitely made a difference.
Do you think there's a change of character when you become a grandmother?
My personal character?
Yeah. Just like generally.
Yeah, I mean, it has to.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at children, your grandkids, and thinking about the world that they're living in and thinking about how it's all changed,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and how they're having to grow up.
Mhm.
I mean, that's one thing that I remember Papa saying when Faith was here last. Like, well, she needs, you know, we're so close to town. Why doesn't she just get out there and walk around and not? Well, no, because you can't do that anymore.
Yeah. No.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
it does change.
Yeah. Okay. Your
See,
last.
there's an old guy. I'm cruising around the parking lot, and there's an old guy that pointed out an empty space
Oh.
because I'm driving slow.
Mhm.
Like, there's one right there.
He was trying to help you.
Yes, I know. You don't see that. No kid would do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
I only have one more question for you.
Okay.
What would you say to all the grandmothers of the world?
enjoy your time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It goes fast. It goes fast.
Yeah.
With with your grandchildren, just in general, but particularly with your grandkids.
Yeah. Dang.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a good
Yeah.
conversation.
It was. I'll have to have you read
Mhm.
that.